board of directors of Christmas Cheer. By the way, we're feeding over 1,000 people a month now on Christmas Cheer. That's sad. Also, I'm on the Lake Tahoe Wildlife Care Board, and that's, as you know, where we rehab and release animals. Very proud of this community. I'm very proud of all the folks in here, and we are a world-class destination. I want to put that expertise back to work for you. Website, Tom Davis, number 4, SLT.com. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Hallen. I own the Hot Gossip Espresso Bar in Bijou Plaza. I've lived here for 12 years. I'm a mother of 2. My kids are in the El Dorado County School District. And the reason why I'm running for city council is because there's 5 seats. One of them should represent every aspect of our community. I represent the young, aspiring business owner. I want to be able to say that I lived here 35, 40 years. So I feel if we elect a healthy balance of everyone to the council, then we'll have a healthy balance of the voices up there. What I see is we have an Olympic gold medalist that lives in our community. We have back-to-back gold medalists from the X Games. We need to focus on the talent we have here because we can bring people here based on that talent. We don't have any world-class ski or snowboard events going on or any events like that. So being somebody who's avid in that community, my son's on the Heavenly team, my husband's on the Heavenly team, I feel that we should really focus on that. And I also feel that we should focus on offering a higher education option at our community college because kids come here, 2 years later they have to leave. It's not all right, you know, we're losing them. I only know 4 people who have come back from going and getting an education. As a council member, I would work with the younger group of people and give them the opportunity to see what our city has to offer them long term. Thank you.
And lastly, I'd like to introduce Susan Alessi, our city clerk, who will explain very briefly exactly what their life will be like as council people.
I'm not going to go there. No, that's okay.
I envy her. She has no competition.
Yeah. Good morning. Thank you for hosting this very informational and important candidate forum. I'm Susan Alessi. I'm your current elected city clerk. I'm running for a 3rd 4-year term. Fortunately, as Tom said, unopposed, and I've been in city government with the city of South Lake Tahoe for 24 years, 12 years as the assistant city clerk, and 8 years as the elected city clerk. I enjoy what I do. I love this community, and I basically, my mission, my mantra is that I ensure open and participatory government. So I make that my main goal, that the city clerk's office serves as the information center for the city. We keep the history and all the official records of the city. We make sure that those are available and open to anyone at any time, at any request, without question. And work very closely with the council members. And that's about it, and I appreciate your vote, and thank you again for inviting me. I appreciate that, and if you ever have any questions about the city and the council, please feel free to give me a call. I'm at 542-6004, and I'm also, our department's on the website. There's a lot of information on the city's website at cityofslt.us. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll begin with the questions. The Lodging Association has prepared 2 questions and the Realtors 2 questions, and so we'll kind of scatter around, you know, who we start with. But since we started with Doug on the introductions, Elizabeth, would you take the first book? That's what you get for sitting there. We noticed we didn't put the name plate down until they sat down.
I get here late.
I got here early.
Okay, the question is, the subject of vacation rentals within the city of South Lake Tahoe has been a prominent topic for the city council in the past few years. What is your perception of the issues surrounding vacation rentals, and what are your thoughts on them?
Well, Well, my family utilizes vacation rentals every time they come here because you can stay as a family, you know, and a lot of our lodging facilities don't offer multiple rooms for a comparable price to vacation rentals. With that being said, I do feel that they take away from the lodging that we do have. So we do need to limit it. We do need to track it properly so that we know where they are. If there's illegal vacation rentals, then we need to enforce that and, you know, recover those funds and turn it around. I feel like vacation rentals are a huge part of this city-based revenue. It's a hard topic because what you have are second homeowners coming in and making income off of their home properties, where these properties could be rented, they could be available for long-term residency, but they're being used for, you know, $4,000 a month income, and I don't know if the city's able to track it properly. So I think that if we really, I think we should put a moratorium on it and cap it at what it is, because our hotels aren't even fully rented all the time. So if we continually have these vacation rentals, timeshares, all these things, we're taking away from the mid part of town where people need, where these hotel owners need to have no vacancy signs out, and they don't have that with the vacation rentals and all the timeshares. So as a council member, I would work towards making sure these revenues are coming in and being tracked, and making sure it's fair for everyone who's paying taxes within our city. Thank you.
Tom Davis, I am in the vacation rental business. I started a company from scratch called Tahoe Keys Resort and the Vacation Bureau. I'm proud to say we employ almost 40 people full-time. Tough town to do business in. I also believe in free enterprise, and we found a niche that the customer wanted, and that's what we fill. And that's a family vacation where they're going to have their own kitchen, where they're going to have their own living room and bring the family up, neighbors, kids, and friends. However, I did support the city ordinance, vacation rental ordinance, and that's very important. By the way, my company last year paid almost $300,000 to the city in transfer occupancy tax. That's a significant amount of dollars. I'm very proud of that, to build a company in this tough town from scratch. The vacation rental ordinance I thought was absolutely needed and critical for particularly the point of unregistered vacation rentals. We have to apply by all kinds of rules and regulations, and we think everyone else should. That's renting them off the internet. Plus, you can find us. We're there 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, with service and employees and our own security force. We pick up our own garbage. We don't wait for the garbage company to come. We have our own garbage truck that goes out. So we're good, responsible citizens, and I think we're a model how most companies should be. The only change I want to see in the vacation rental ordinance, I think the vacation rental companies should have the right to evict the guests that are in that unit when they create problems and break the city ordinance. Even before you can get a cop out there, we would like to have the authority to go out and knock on the door and say, you violated our policies and the city ordinance, you need to leave. Thank you.
Vacation rental market is an important part of the tourist experience in Lake Tahoe. You need to have that opportunity for visitors to come to participate. There are those that want to live in neighborhoods, they want the ease, the affordability for their families. There are also those that look for the more traditional hotel, motel experience. It's important to have both. They need to be respectful. And I understand there are tensions between both segments of the lodging industry looking at that issue. The biggest issue with the vacation rentals has been, despite the ordinance, and continues to be, noise, garbage, and being a good neighbor within the neighborhood environment. And that's something that will continue to be enforced and needed to be worked at. It's much easier, frankly. I've seen the agents like Tom, like some of the organizations represented here, doing a good job of trying to be enforcers of quality accommodations and quality guests and doing self-policing. It's much harder with the owners who do it themselves and represent themselves in terms of even collecting their TOT. That's an issue to be looked at. The longer term issue, I think, with the vacation rentals is looking at ensuring that they're well maintained and continue to provide a good experience and are not a detriment into the neighborhoods. And that we look and work collaboratively together between lodging, all forms of lodging, to make this a balanced experience so that we all know and offer opportunities for our visitors to have the best accommodations possible. But vacation home rentals do offer the family the opportunity to enjoy a family vacation in a family environment. So many of the homes in the Keys are part of this, and it allows them to have their boats and actually to enjoy the lake just by walking out their door. So I think they're a very valuable part of our TOT system. And I think there's people that like the hotel experience where they can have room service or they can come and go as they please and explore all of Tahoe without being in a family environment where they're cooking for themselves. So I think there's advantages on both sides. I think the ordinance was a great step in controlling noise, trash, and having neighbors next to you who weren't appreciating a neighborhood environment. I have been told that in the last 6 months there has only been one person who has appealed a complaint by a rental unit. So I believe the ordinance is working well, and I think that we should move forward with having a balance between vacation home rentals and lodging in a single family, or in a single unit. Thank you.
Steve Cubby, and my site is Cubby for City Council. I think we can all agree that we need both. I think we can all agree that the ordinance is working. I think we can all agree that we don't want neighborhoods disrupted by partying, loud, obnoxious people. The question really is, where do we go from here? And I would advocate that given the economic emergency that we all face, anything that we can do to bring people into town, anything that we can do to streamline things for accommodations is the right way to go. I don't see a moratorium as at all something that's needed. I think what's really needed is to accept that we have a good ordinance in place. We've got a variety of accommodations available to people, and what I would like to see is the least possible amount of government interference at this point. We have the proper laws in place. Let's not put any more hoops for businesses to jump through or for private owners who have their property. Let's go with what we have. I think it's working.
Hi, Claire Fortier, and in a perfect world, all of our residential units would be housing full-time residents and all our hotel units would be housing visitors. But it's not a perfect world, and in fact, people who buy property here have a right to use that property in ways that are accommodating and useful to them. That being said, while we have made many, many strides on vacation rentals, there are still things that need to be done. The first one is enforcement. Are we really, as a city, enforcing those that are not registered vacation rentals? I know in my neighborhood there's 3 that are not. The second is, are we collecting TOT or are we letting that money ride? And again, I go back to enforcement. We need to. A question that also needs to be answered. Hotels are under different mandates than our vacation rentals. Should vacation rentals be held to the TID as well as a TID?